My name is Ladiao Peter, and I'm a traditional hand tattooer. What I learned in Ladiao, the Thai prison, what is also called the Bangkok Hilton. In prison, it was just like everybody did it there because you have lots of time, so that's so everybody did it, and then I decided to continue when I'm out. I did end up in Thai prison because I was on the run from German prison, and the German authorities, they knew that I am in Thailand, but they couldn't get me back. And then I had to do my time in Thai prison, and after, of course, you get deported. So that's how they got me back, and that was actually the way why I ended up in Thai prison. In Thai prison, I spent 4 years in Ladiao and then another 3 months in immigration because I refused to fly back, tried to escape, but it didn't work. So after actually altogether 4 years and 3 months, I finally had to go back. Sakyant is a very old traditional technique, what actually monks or achans they are called. And in general, Sakyant is just a protection tattoo for good luck and for protectors. There are different varieties. Some they give you power, some they protect your health. Other things make sure that no knife cuts you or that no bullet hits you. As far as I know, it's about 1,500 years old, and it's been practiced in Burma, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia. I think the design is actually coming from the monks or the achans. If you go to a temple or to an achan in Thailand, for example, then it's not up to you. You just tell the guy for what you need the protection or the help, and then the monk is choosing it actually for you, what you will get. For me, it's just like this, the old hand tattooing, it's the original one. The machine has just existed 140 years, and in these days, everything has to be fast and has to be super fancy. For me, it's actually the old, where it comes from. It's the roots of tattooing is much more for me than all this machine work. Kemsak is actually a stick with needles put on it, and the traditional stick the monks or the achans used in the past is the maisak, what is actually a long, heavy stick, can be made out of everything. I have seen some are being made out of umbrellas. As in prison, the Thai is not only doing sakyant, they're doing everything, so they changed it and put needles on. And then kem is the word of needle in Thai, so kemsak is tattooing. Sak means tattooing. So kemsak means tattooing with needles, and maisak means tattooing with a stick with a pointy end. The needles we stole from the sewing factory. The ink, there was missionaries who visit us once or twice a month, so we always say we need to draw. So the missionary brought us the ink. The oil, we had used cooking oil. If you don't have money for cooking oil, there was a printing factory with big printing machines, so we just go on the backside and took a bit of the oil of the printing machines out. But it worked fine, it was fine. By tattooing in prison with this technique, I never had any problems with infections because the skin is never open really, you're not bleeding, so there is no really danger for, and I watched the Thais sometimes, they've been tattooing all night, and I never ever saw an infection, never. My favorite tattoo is my back, definitely. This is what is done in Thai prison. I probably think my back was maybe about 20 hours, the back, and if you count all the other things, like just to filling the colors in the arm was, I don't know how many days we are in nighttime, because we only tattooed at night in prison. This was more safe. If I would get caught tattooing what I did a couple times, then it's like this. It depends on the building chief. Some give you the choice. You could choose chains or a beating. Some, they just give you the beating. You have to stand on a pillar, and then they whack you. Everything. I tattooed everything. I had tattooed mafia bosses from Ahmedabad in India. Whatever come along, it's not. I don't ask much where somebody come from or what somebody is doing. So just come here. If I haven't gone to prison in Thailand, I probably would be dead by now. Because all my friends are dead. Because if you live a life of a junkie on the street, how many years you survive? And doing criminal stuff, there's also, so there would be a very small chance that I would be still alive. Do I miss Thai prison? Yeah. Say like this, I won't go back there, but I have to say it was a really good time. We had really fun in it sometimes. More, actually, because before outside I was a junkie, there was not much fun. and then to become clean in there. And we had brilliant times in there. First, I'm together with my girlfriend. She's Scottish, and I do quite like Scotland. Scotland is a nice country, and I like to ride my bike on empty roads, not like in Germany where I live. And here in Scotland, you go into the Highlands and you're on your own. Freedom. That's free. That's pure freedom for me. To ride or to drive. It doesn't matter if it's in a car or on a bike. It's my way of freedom. Because in prison, you always have 100 meters, then there's a wall, then you have to turn, and then you go in circles or in squares or however. There's never a stretch where and this was from the first day when I was out of prison. First I walked, then I got the car, I drove, now I've got the bikes, now I ride the bikes, and that's for me, this is freedom for me, this is pure freedom. I have it tattooed even down here, no regrets. There are no regrets in life. It's always a part of your life, and I always say everything is for a reason, nothing just happened for nothing. So that's it, there's no regrets. And as I said before, without the prison I would be there probably, and what the prison gave me, now I'm a tattooer, traveling the world, tattooing everywhere. Why I should regret?